I have no doubt that some of you who listen to the videos on my channel will have noted that from time to time you will see an upload of a video with English and Chinese text screens. And if you've done a deep dive on my playlists, you may have discovered a video where I've explained what those represent in terms of a collaboration between myself and a young friend of mine from Hong Kong who currently is residing in the United Kingdom. This friend, named Sean, is heavily, and I mean heavily, into studying and trying to understand Buddhist scriptures, particularly Chan and Pure Land Buddhist scriptures. And he is working to try to make these scriptures more available on a widespread basis to all peoples in the world. But in any case, it's a fairly elaborate protocol that we have to accomplish these uploads, which, by the way, he typically uploads them on his channel with background music, and I, in turn, upload them on my channel without the music. But those are basically parallel uploads. So just briefly, I will do the recitation, and then I will take the audio clip from the recitation that I do and basically edit it. And why do I have to edit it? I have to edit it because I make a lot of mistakes. So like I'll make a mistake and then I'll go 3, 2, 1, and then I'll start over again with wherever I was when I made the mistake. So I have to edit those, and I do it with a type of software. I'm sure there are various kinds of software, and then I produce it in a certain type of file that I can then put in a Dropbox that Sean and I have, where he then picks up on it and utilizes that raw edited audio clip. And I say raw because it has not been enhanced in terms of its sound quality. And of course, then he pairs that with the PowerPoint text screens that he has created to correspond to the words in my recitation of the scripture. Well, here's the thing. I'm getting older, as some of you know, and my time is more limited at this stage. Plus, I actually have many more projects than those that I work on with Sean. So, insofar as my work with Sean, my inclination is to put my emphasis on the recitation and maybe not have to spend as much time doing the editing, which is actually pretty time-consuming. So here's the bottom line. If anybody who is listening to this video has the capability to do editing of an audio clip of the type that I'm talking about and wants to partner up with me and Sean and help us with this project of creating these uploads with English and Chinese text screens, please let me know and get in touch with me, because maybe we can work something out where I can bounce the really raw audio clip to you. You can edit it, bounce it back to me for my review and, if you will, approval, and then I can get it to Sean, and then he can do his thing. Now, in case you're wondering the kinds of things we've got in line as our longer-term plan, you will notice that we just uploaded the Contemplation Sutra of Amitayus Buddha, and previously had done the smaller of the 3 Sugabhati Sutras. Next in line will be the larger sutra, which is the one in which Dharmakara made his 48 vows. You will see that whole sutra at some point. And after that, we'll be working on the Mahavayapulya, which consists of the Bodhisattva Samantabhadra's vows. After that will be a very short piece from the Shurangama Sutra, which focuses on Mahastama Prapta, or Great Might Arrived Bodhisattva, and his reference to Amita's Pure Land. After that, we'll be doing the Pure Land Upadesa by Vasubandhu. After that, the wonderful, wonderful Sutra of Innumerable Meanings, which is the introductory sutra within the Threefold Lotus Sutra. And after that, the Samantabhadra Meditation Sutra, which is the sutra within the Threefold Lotus Sutra that actually follows the lotus itself. And after that, we plan to do Red Pine's Lankavatara Sutra, which is a huge 5-hour and 50-minute effort. but which we just recently got permission to do from Red Pine. And by the way, we do get permissions for the things that we recite and produce and upload. After that, we have a plan to focus on the Medicine Buddha Sutra, which is the Master of Medicine, and then either the Garland Karma Sutra or the Sandhi Nirmochana or Sandhi Nirmochana Sutra, which is the Sutra of Underlying Meanings. Beyond that, we are looking at doing the Kandrata Sutra and, of course, completing the Shurangama Sutra, which already has been done through fascicle 4, but it has 10 fascicles, and that one is incredibly difficult to do because, in essence, Sean and his friend Ruby, who helps him with this project on his end, have to basically, as I imagine it, type in all of the characters in Chinese in order to get the PowerPoints created for it. So anyhow, you can see that this is a very ambitious long-term plan, and I would be grateful for any help that somebody out there who has the skill set and the software would be willing to provide. And I'm sure that there's a way that we could or I could make some arrangements to assure that you get a copy of the various books that are involved within which these sutras exist and are the source of what I'm using to recite from in order to get the audio clips created. So there you have it. I'm not necessarily sort of holding my breath, as they would say, to see if anybody responds to this. But if anybody does, I can tell you what software I use and what the file types are that I use and or that Sean finds most compatible with his needs. But that's sort of a next level of drill down, depending on whether or not anybody expresses interest at the initial level in exploring this as an opportunity really to partner with a project that I think really has potential for helping many people over the course of the coming days, weeks, months, years, and kalpas, if you will. So, let me know. Namo Meter Boots. Namo Meter Boots. Namo Meter Boots.